Hello, welcome to Effortless Empress Elegance. For all of you that have joined me before, welcome back. For all of you, this is your first time joining me, then welcome to our channel. This is an all Aries channel, and I do timeless readings here. Today we are going to do an us and them. So we're going to look at your person, whoever's on your mind, and we are going to give our Aries some direction first with some oracle cards and some affirmations. All right, we're gonna get one. Give me one for my Aries person. Whoever's on your mind lately, whoever you've been thinking about, is popping into your energy, your bubble. We're gonna get something out for them. Your path. Help me trust that there's a plan far beyond what I can see through my fears and illusions. So, it feels like whoever's on your mind is maybe at a crossroad and they're allowing fears to guide them, which is never very good, right? Fear is never a good North Star for us to follow, no matter what we're looking for. Even if we're just like trying to manifest what we're supposed to be, what we're supposed to do, it feels like they're at a crossroad with a lot of different paths and that they haven't quite made a decision. This energy feels very indecisive. Feels very indecisive for your guy or for your girl. The middle of that card, though, is namaste symbol. You know, they see the goodness in you. The goodness in them sees the goodness in you. They feel very intuitive. Okay, doubt. That's kind of what I was saying. So this feels like I released the need to know all the answers. Again, they don't really know where they're headed. I think they're really trying to feel things out. Bottom of the card is empathy. I'm open to seeing both sides of the situation. So this feels more like they're at a crossroad, like within themselves. Maybe with you. Give me one for my Aries. Give me some oracles for my Aries. Let's try to peel back this onion. Okay, so 2. Worth. You have been worthy to belong to love all along, without any need to improve. In fact, you are love itself. Tiger on this card. And the second one is flow. Allow me, divine, to move with the flow and respond with calmness and peace. So this came out for you, Aries. And at the bottom of the deck for you is companionship. So the Aries collective that I'm seeing also seems like they're on a path, but it seems like they're just kind of going along with what's coming. And how things are flowing towards them, which is probably a much better way to go about life. Whoever your person is just seems very, not stuck, just kind of like vacillating, like they're on a hamster wheel, you know, and you're kind of just like just hanging 10 along with the ride. Stay in that peace, okay? Let's see what you got. Courage. Sounds like my Aries. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. Oh, okay. So this is like the exact opposite of your person right now. Seems like you're the one, perseverance. It's very Aries. Seems like your person is stuck in this cycle of like fear and just like, oh, what if I do that? What if this, all these what ifs that, like, you know, just take up a lot of time and space. And my Aries is like, well, I'm just going to go straight for it, headstrong. Things are changing. That's fine. I can go with the flow on it. And I think that's probably the best approach for it. I'm going to do one more before I pull some cards for your energy, Aries. This one is for your person. Okay. The shadow. Making a friend and ally of your shadow side is necessary for becoming your authentic self and key element of true success. This is something that they are trying to figure out inside of themselves. Okay, they have something they have to work out, and they know it. The thing is, it's not something hidden. They don't. They're not curious about what it could be. They know exactly what they need to work out, and it's kind of like walking on their dark side. You know, it seems like they're not as much embracing that as much as they are maybe avoiding it. Maybe that's what they're doing. And they just don't know how to tackle it. And the truth is, like, head on, that's the answer, right? But you're asking Aries Sun and Aries rising and Aries Jupiter, like, just deal with it, like, head on, right? So if you're a cross watcher, action is probably what you need to do. But make a plan first, right? Not everybody can just charge in there and you know, save the day and everything's okay after they burn down a few villages. That's not how it always works for everyone. So give me one for my Aries. Ooh, many, too many. Give me one for my Aries. Give me something to guide the collective that is watching. Okay, 2 came out. I'll take them both. The Mermaid. Very yamuya. Look below the surface of your emotional reactions to know what is really going on, for things are not always what they seem. I feel like that has to do with your person. Okay, see how she's inspecting this shell? She's looking at it very closely as water flows around her. And maybe you may have your mind made up, or you know what's going on. Oh, I know. And maybe you don't. So I'm going to say the Grace card. 44 is the second one that popped out. Forgive yourself and anyone else in your situation, even if you or they do not deserve it. To forgive is to mirror the divine forces who love us. Okay, Aries. This very much feels like somebody that is going to heal and move forward, maybe without the apology they deserve. And, you know, you have to be able to have emotional intelligence in this world. Your person may not be as evolved as you are, as mature as you are. And moving in grace is really your gift to the world, whether they deserve it or not. And it's really your saving grace, no pun intended, your safe haven for yourself. It's how you keep the peace for yourself. So move in grace. I have a feeling that the Aries Collective that I am reading for right now understands the bigger picture here. They see where their person's getting tangled up at, and it's one of those things where they have no control over that. You know, you can only control what you can control. You might see the mess, the web that they have weaved, and it sounds like it's really not your issue. You know, you could be emotionally tied to that, but that's internal, right? Your feet can move as fast as you want in a direction that you want to move in. But it seems like there's emotional ties here with both water cards, the Mermaid and Flow. So be kind to yourself, Aries. I don't know if you hear that often, but oftentimes we are so action oriented that Aries wants to fix things. They know the answer to things moving forward, and the truth is you can't step in the way of their karma. Don't interrupt their karma. Okay? Allow that cycle to work for them. Even if you see it clearly, it is not your cross to bear. And sometimes you're the catalyst for that. And trust me, they'll figure it out in due time, in their own time. But don't you dare interrupt that. All right? Give me some cards. Show me the energy around Aries person. Show me the energy around who is on Aries' mind. Strength. So this person's holding back. And this is a very gentle control card. Okay? So this is like, nope, I'm not going to do that because I know better. Oh, no, I'm not going to move forward because I'm not really sure. Oh, I'm not going to. So this is someone that's holding back. But the indecisive could really be doing that for them. You know, the indecision. They're in this space where they see paths and issues. Okay, the star. So this is something that is, this person is exactly where they're supposed to be. Okay, in this cycle. It feels like wherever they are, something kind of like cracked open for them. And it's a new space and place for them. Whatever they've been doing all of these years, all this time, that has ended. Like, that path is no longer available to them mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. It's just, they can't travel down that road, whether it's because of themselves or because it's just not available to them anymore. And they're supposed to be going through this reckoning. Whatever that is, it is divine. And they will come out, you know, better in the long run. On the other side, let me just point something out, okay? Strength is an 8 card. Okay, you see the number 8? She also has a figure 8 here. Okay. Star card, 17, also an 8 card. Okay? These are both representing karma. All right? And it doesn't always have to be this bad thing, okay? Karma's not always bad. Sometimes karma's great. It's wonderful. But this is growth for this person. Whether they love it or not, whether they realize it or not, but part of me feels like they have an acknowledgement, 13 minutes even on the clock. They acknowledge it somewhere that this feels different than any other times. And that's great for them. Actually, even if this is a painful cycle, I'm happy for them. Like, this is going to be good in the long run. Yeah. Okay. The Fool. 0 card. So this is something that is a new beginning for them. Okay. You see how this person is kind of just surrendering to the fall. All this water, it's emotional for them. And they will figure it out. This is something that they just have to cycle through, but it's a brand new start for them. I'm going to pull a few more cards for this Fool card, and it's Aries energy. Maybe you started that cycle for them. Maybe you were that catalyst for them. You know, where they're headed, they're supposed to be. Now, again, like I was saying, this is something brand new. And they're doubting themselves just because probably they've never felt like this, seen this before. Okay? All right, 9 of Cups. And the other one that fell out was the 8 of Wands. All right. So this is messages that are coming in for them. And they're coming in pretty quickly. And it could have to do with travel for them. but not necessarily. Mostly communication, okay? And the Knight of Cups has to do with a loving energy, okay? It is a very giving energy. You see how romantic this gentleman looks? The horse that you see in the background. I know your horse is coming up here on February 17th, I believe. You can correct me if I'm wrong. But this is happening pretty soon for this person. I think they're going to be very abundant in the way that they feel. I think that it's going to be like this spark of energy for them, and it's just going to be like this dawning on them. Like, oh, this is my direction, okay? The path that they are headed toward or choosing, it's happening very soon. And they're going to be very confident in their decision on selecting this path. You see how he has his heart on his sleeve? Whatever that decision that he's going to make or she's going to make, all right, is going to be like, this is what I'm doing. I'm very certain of it. I don't really care what anyone else thinks in such a way, but this is me, and this is what I'm choosing. And that's great for them. That's wonderful for them. All right. Now give me something for my Aries energy. Okay. Two of Cups. Soulmate energy. So you and them, the soulmate energy that you two have here, okay? So you and your person, Queen of Wands. All right, Aries, listen. This person is very attracted to you, okay? You are like this tantalizing flame, and they know it, and maybe you know it, but this path that they're on has to do with you two. You've influenced this in some kind of way. Like I said, you are the spark, and whatever that is for them, it's growing. Like you planted seeds there, and you know this person is your person, okay? You feel very yourself in whatever energy that you're experiencing right now. This is giving me almost like you have to be the bigger person. You have to be the bigger person, Aries. Give me a few more cards for my Aries. All right, Page of Wands. There's also a message for you. It has to do with your passions, okay, where you're headed. 10 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Very fulfilling energy here, okay? And maybe it's a very slow-moving, fulfilling energy. And I have to say, what I'm seeing here is like the Aries that I'm reading for, like they know who they are and where they're headed. It's just not moving as fast as they would like it to move. And Aries feels very protective of themselves, okay? This Aries that I see here. But it's going to come together. It's going to come together no matter what. Ooh, yeah, okay. So 10 of Wands. This wasn't always a very happy-go-lucky path for you, between the two of you. But along the way, you've been enlightened. Along your path, you have been enlightened, and it felt heavy, okay? And maybe you chose the silent route, okay? And it was a little cold, but you're very successful heading down that route, okay? The route that I see here is they were like, yep, this is a lot. I'm packing up and I'm headed this way, okay? And on your path, you found success, your own authentic success You didn't really miss a beat, or so it seems. Okay. All right, Queen of Swords. There's a lot of truth, a lot of heavy truth, air energy. Again, I always point out this cup of water behind bars. So when I said, or so it seems, I was not going to continue that, but this card is going to allow me to crack that door. Or so it seems. You led down that route without missing a beat. But that is the persona and the perception that you've given off. You're very confident, this Aries, this gentleman, this lady that I'm seeing. Very confident, okay? And you come off very, very cold, okay? Aries, cold is worse than our heat, okay? People don't love it, okay? Again, this is going to come together, okay? The shadow side that we've seen on your person, okay? The white horse that we see here that they're evolving into. This is going to come together, okay? Now the outcome I haven't looked into yet, but Aries, it seems like as you move forward from the heaviness away from this energy, even though it seemed very connected, you and your person, you created this shell, this cold shell, because maybe it was easier to move that way, with not a lot of emotion, and maybe maybe in silence, but it worked for you, okay? And it looked good on you, to be honest. I think you probably have a few people fooled. Yeah, lovers. Except you don't have yourself fooled. Yeah. In your downtime, you've been resting as you should, okay? As you move through this energy, yeah, but you're happy, you know, overall. Yeah, there's newness for you here, too. In your thought process, you needed this time, this solitude mentally, okay? Now I want to know what's between the two of you. Give me something, yeah. Again, so the moon. See that light and dark energy there? It feels like, so this is secrets coming to the light, okay? Again, very Yamaya energy, very water energy. You two maybe weren't always like out in the open with your feelings, with what you felt and how you moved. Yeah, death and rebirth. This is a whole like restart, okay? And it's not bad, but that truth is gonna have to be authentic or leave it alone, okay? Because it's gonna be a lot of the same or not at all, okay? Bringing the inside and the outside together of how you feel, how you moved, how you talked, that's gonna be very important as you guys move through this energy with one another. So between the two of you, okay, so I'm going to note this, the lovers, but I'm not going to take it because it fell on the ground. But this is a love reading, you and them, and you guys have choices right now. Now what that looks like, I don't know. It seems like there's I see like a fork in the road. Okay. Also, the bottom of the deck is the Eight of Swords. This card, you see how she, in the mirror, she feels all bound up, but in reality, that's not true. It seems like you guys are really in your head about this, but like, in reality, you know, this is a conversation. It's one of those things where it's like, oh, well, this is a conversation that could be had, and then, you know, life goes on, and things can move forward. Or, you know, oh, well, they'll never really understand me if I really do tell them how I felt, or you know, what I'm really feeling inside. And you know, to be honest, maybe that's not true. Because, have you tried? So, between the two of you, this is what I see happening. But I don't see terrible things. Just a lot of uncertainty. Okay, so Knight of Swords. So this is like shooting first, ask questions later. Okay, the Knight of Swords is a very fast energy, like almost like, oh my God, what are they doing? Like, what are they doing? You know, oh, maybe that's how you guys feel about the other. You know, like what are they doing? It's almost like a recklessness that you may really think the other person is doing or in. Yeah, decisions to be made. Okay, 2 of them, juggling, right? And I don't think this is something to be really reckless about. I think this is something you have to be very methodical between the 2 of you and how you move forward. Yeah. Okay, so 6 of Wands. This is like you guys getting your roses, okay? Very like publicly almost, you know, people see it, people know it. Okay. Yeah. Queen of Wands again at the bottom of the deck. Give me one for this 6 of Wands. Okay, this is yeah. Okay. So in order for you two to get to this space where you feel like you're winning, okay, you're with each other and things feel like they're moving forward. This 8 of Pentacles is self-mastery. This is you guys working on yourselves. This person is isolated in such a way where they have done the work where like, okay, I need this and I need this to fix this. I need this to heal this. I need this. I need some light. And then they're at work, okay? And this is a cycle. This is not as fast as you would like it to be, okay? But that's how you get to the 6 of Wands, okay? It's going to be a lot of inner work, a lot of grounding, a lot of truth. If you're not honest with nobody else, be honest with yourself. Cross-watcher included, okay? Another one that came out. The Page of Cups. You said pig flying. So it's kind of like one of those things where it's like, psh, that'll never happen. Like, psh, when pigs fly or whatever, right? Well, maybe it will. This is one of those cards where it's like, yeah, maybe it will, you know. But what is it that you're searching for, okay? Are you doing the work? Instead of focusing on if they're the right person, you need to focus on, are you the right person, okay? Are you in the right space? Because I'll tell you, whether it's this person or another person, you need to always worry about you being in a space that can love and give love, okay? Give love and receive love. Because it'll never work with anybody if you don't make sure that you are in that right place, okay? Don't worry so much about what they're doing. Yeah, they're being strategic in their own way. Yeah, they don't really know what they want yet. You know, they're just, right now they're just wanting to have a good time, maybe. But, yeah, Aries, Ace of Cups. This is another very soulful energy between the 2 of you. Okay, a new start here with the World at the bottom of the deck you don't see coming. Okay, give me the outcome for these 2, for Aries and their person that's on their mind. Yeah, 4 of Pentacles. So this is energy that you're keeping things real close to the cuff, okay? Yeah, like you're keeping yourself to yourself, and there hasn't really been a space where you both have come to where you could be like, yes, definitely, yeah. This is more like you're keeping your feelings to yourself, and so is your person, okay? They're hanging on pretty tight to that. Whatever that may be, how she's hanging on is close to her chest, okay? Give me another one for this 4 of Pentacles for the outcome. Is this going to move anywhere at all? Three of Cups. Okay. So this is very third-party energy, and there could be secrets here, okay, on the outcome. This is a coming together, but three's crowd, okay. I would say be pretty careful about if it's not you with another person, the person that you have on your mind, yeah. Already entertaining another, okay? But it's not in the greatest of space and place, which is not your business and not your place. But just watch that, because it's not healthy anyway. So use your discernment as you're moving forward. With the person that you have on your mind. Yeah, that seems like this person is still like very curious about you if you're not in contact with this person. I didn't really get that. But they are watching still. They are paying attention as they're trying to release this. I think they're just doing it in all the wrong ways, is what I see here. But in their head, they feel like they're really trying to turn over a new stone, and it's just like all the same ways that they knew before, which is going to lead them right back to the same path. But it's just not working out in that direction. So give me some advice for my Aries. Give me some advice. Lovers again. You have a choice. Yeah, this King of Pentacles at the bottom, and right behind it is the Three of Swords. So I'm going to tell you, use your discernment here, my beautiful Aries. It seems like there's a lot under the surface that hasn't come to light quite yet. But you know, you'll know, okay? Give me one to end this reading for my Aries. Yeah. Too many. Stay true to who you are, Aries. You're never going to lose by doing that, okay? Grow. Allow your time, yourself time in between. Spaces, places, things, new experiences within yourself, okay? Allow the time in between that. Nourish yourself, okay? I'll take these two. Yeah, oh, 3 came out. I'll take them. My critic. I am my own critic. Though this is not innately a bad thing, I will strive to be kinder to myself and graciously accept my own constructive feedback. This will allow continued growth in the aspects of my life. Equal parts. Water seeks its own level. Therefore, I attract those who can meet me where I am on my journey. My interpersonal relationships are mirrors onto my own self. So I strive to put my best self into the universe so that I shall find others who seek growth. Okay? That is this card right here in a nutshell. Heal yourself, okay? Fix those things that you found didn't suit you anymore. Evolve there, okay? Because what you are, you attract, okay? Ambitions was the third card that came out. In a world where possibilities are endless, I can do anything I set my mind to. Power and ambition courses through my veins. When I intentionally reach toward my dreams will meet me with open arms. Okay? Equal and opposite. My Aries, I love you. Do what's right for you. Love yourself and each other. Love always, always love.